Hello, good afternoon. Nice to see you again.
Good night.
Yeah, good night, good evening, yes. Nice to see you. How have you been so far?
Doing pretty okay.
Yeah, pretty okay, pretty okay.
Yeah.
And so, for last time, if I remember correctly, you came from Indonesia, and you traveled to England, stayed there 5 years, went back to Indonesia, came back, and you've been in the Netherlands ever since. How's that process going for you?
Been going pretty well. I'm enjoying the Netherlands quite a lot, more than Indonesia actually.
Okay, so you're enjoying the Netherlands quite a lot. All right. So, what brings you in here today? How can we help you?
Well, first of all, mainly to help with your assignment, but to get onto the my problem, I suppose that I've been living this what I would call a sedentary lifestyle. It's very quite inactive. I work a desk job a lot, and also a lot of my hobbies include working on my laptop and sitting around, video editing, and also making art. So I thought there's been this anxiety in my head that if I continue this lifestyle, I might have some cause some problems down the line, and I'm just worried about those risks. And if I could prevent them in any way, that'd be cool. That's why I'm asking you for advice to be able to prevent that from happening.
So you would like some advice on how to prevent the risks in the future regarding sedentary lifestyle. You want to prevent that from happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so you advise on sedentary lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And all right. So if I can delve more deep into that request. So how long has this been happening? Have you noticed any changes or complaints regarding your sedentary lifestyle so far?
How long has this been going on? Well, I'd say probably most of my life, because I've been adverse to exercising, and the only amount of exercise is really just going outside or doing commute on my bike or being with friends and such. Besides that, the last time that I properly tried to do a workout routine was around 2 years ago, and then I gave up after that. My main complaints, that's the thing, I don't really have any complaints about my lifestyle right now. Again, the reason, I like my life right now because I like doing my work and the way that I'm doing it, and I don't think I've had too many, currently, any downsides about my lifestyle too much. But again, the main problem is this worry that I have in my head about those risks coming to bite me in the future. When I'm, I don't know about the near future, but definitely when I'm much older, I think.
Okay.
So I suppose right now what's affecting me is just the anxiety.
The anxiety. So you feel some type of anxiety. Okay. So I just wanted to know that before I enter to these questions. So have you brought this to any other health professional, or have you visited any physiotherapists before coming?
No, just you.
No. Okay. And so we are the first one to know about this complaint. And why did you come now? Like why? Why would you say you're seeing this anxiety building up inside of you? In such a case, like why is it becoming something that's affecting you?
I would say helping you with your assignment was my main motivator, but I suppose this anxiety has kind of just been a lingering feeling this whole time. I don't know about this moment exactly, I suppose, besides your assignment.
Okay. So you're trying to help me with my assignment, and also because it's been a lingering feeling around you for a while. All right, and what brought these feelings up per se?
suppose just this general knowledge that I know my friends, they have more active lifestyles. They go outside and they also exercise and go to the gym a lot. And also, I've heard just reading on the internet about some risks of having a sedentary lifestyle. Like I know if you sit down for too long, the faster you would die. At least, yeah, don't quote me on that. But there's also a lot of risks and complications that I've read online, such as obesity, a higher risk of heart disease, muscle inactivity, which would just stiffen up your muscles. So I don't really want to experience those problems when I'm, I don't know, 30 or 40 or even later. It would make my body much harder to move when I'm much older.
Okay. So you're quite well aware and informed about the risk factors associated with sedentary lifestyle. And you basically, since you know well about it, you would just like some more insight on how to prevent those risk factors from occurring to you. Okay. So, so I'm going to be asking you some more questions. I'll delve more deep into the topic at hand. Is it okay I ask you questions
Your laptop? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so can you tell me your name, age, and your occupation?
Yeah. My name is Nafi Ahmad Rahman. I'm currently 21 years old, and I am a university student.
Okay, so Nafi Ahmad Rahman, 21 years old, a university student. Okay, and what would you say you began to feel this anxiety? When did this begin exactly?
I guess when I started being more aware of the problem, which I think really started to affect me somewhat recently. Can I say like about a week ago?
A week ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you said you started a week ago. Have you ever been diagnosed with any medical conditions before?
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so. Okay. Have you had any surgeries or hospitalizations in the past?
I have hospitalizations for, I think it was typhus. Yeah.
Typhus. So typhus, and how did you get it?
I used to have some very bad hygienic habits when I was younger. One of them, this might be a bit gross. I ate toenails and fingernails. Yeah, bad hygiene is the main cause for it.
Okay. And you was hospitalized for this, and when were you hospitalized?
I think it was around when I was in middle school. Around 10 years ago, maybe.
10 years ago. Wow. Okay, so quite a long time ago.
2026.
Are you currently on any medication at the moment?
No, not really.
No. Do you have any allergies?
For now, no.
No. Have you ever seen a physiotherapist before?
Physiotherapy? No.
No.
You're my first.
Okay. Have you been feeling any pain or discomfort from your way of living, your sedentary lifestyle, your complaint? Have you been feeling any pain or discomfort from your complaint?
Yeah, I would actually say I think the result of my sedentary lifestyle would probably allow me to feel more lazy, and there are just some basic actions that I would rather just not be doing. Like for example, I hesitate whenever I have to go to the bathroom, or if I need to cook something and eat. And besides that, probably just my body's stiffening up a little bit, and it doesn't feel like moving. Sometimes I suppose it's a bit harder to move my body. Yeah, stiff muscles and just a bit of fatigue, just tiredness, constant exhaustion. To accompany that, probably a fever. just a small one. Yeah, just a general laziness. Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I would describe it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to call this condition, but it's, I suppose, a couple of symptoms.
So you've been experiencing a couple of symptoms, and if I can zone it down, if I'm hearing laziness, I'm hearing tiredness, and a lack of energy to get up and move around to do certain tasks,
Yeah.
and you feel stiffness as well. And where have you been feeling this stiffness per se? On your body, where?
I suppose particularly my legs and my arms.
Your legs and your arms.
Yeah.
And when you say stiffness, what do you exactly mean by that?
I suppose it's just a synonym for not wanting to move around.
So you say not wanting to move around.
Yeah, besides that, probably a numbness and a tingliness whenever they don't move around for long amounts of time, or if I'm sleeping in a bad posture or sitting in a bad posture. Yeah.
So you experience tingling, and you say stiffness in terms of you're not being able to move as you want to or whenever you want to, but it's not. Would you say then like you say not being able to how you want to, but is it like you're trying to make a motion and it's stiffening up, or it's not able to make a full motion with your hand, or is it like I want to do something, and it's like I don't have the energy to do it? Like where do we see the difference?
I think it's the latter. I don't think it's a physical inability to move. I think it's a mental inability to move.
It's mental.
Like I want to do something, I want to get out of bed, I have a chores to do, something else, and I just decide not to move around or do it later or something.
Yeah, because you feel like you don't have the energy. You don't have it. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. So I'm hearing that a lack of energy, low energy, fatigue, and also in stiffness, we were talking about low energy to do certain movements. Okay, just need some clarity upon that. So how would you rate on a scale of 1 to 10 the fatigue that you experience from your complaint?
I assume, wait, is 10 the worst and 1?
Yeah, so 10 would be like the most amount of fatigue where you feel like it's you have a very hard time to even make small movements, and 1 is like it's not even affecting me, it's just that it's very low, moderate.
It's not too extreme. I'd say a 3.
A 3, okay, a 3. And why is it not a 2?
Could be a 2.
Mm.
It's not, it's around the 2 or 3 range. It's not like something too specific. It bothers me, but I think if I am, really in a desperate position to need to do something, I'd obviously go up and do it. So yeah, hopefully
so
that makes sense.
2 and 3, around there.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it the pain is it this fatigue then a constant fatigue, or is it something that goes?
I think it's, no, it's like chronic. That's like a medical condition. I would say it affects me most of the time. When it doesn't affect me is when I'm outside and I'm obviously up and active.
So.
Yeah, because that's when I'm not feeling lazy and actually doing things.
So when you're mostly outside, it doesn't really affect you, but when you're doing something else, like what's the difference?
When I'm indoors.
When you're indoors.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would you be doing indoors that would allow you to feel that way?
Yeah, inactivity. That's nothing, technically.
Yeah,
Doing nothing would make me feel this way.
Nothing would make you feel that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so
outside, specifically like sleeping around and sitting.
Sleeping around and sitting. Okay. So you like sleeping around and sitting and indoors, that makes you feel a lot more fatigue. And compared to outside, what would you be doing outside to make you feel less fatigue?
Well, when I'm outside, first of all, the weather would make me want to go inside. That's a desire to go somewhere else and walk around. But I suppose I'm just kind of, when I'm outside, I'm already in the mood to be active and doing things, um, doing actions that I need to do whenever I'm outside. I suppose, as a recent example, me and my friends went out and had a fun snowball fight. And at that time, I didn't feel any fatigue whatsoever because I was just in the moment and having fun. So yeah, being active.
So being active with your friends, doing an activity,
Yeah.
that'll make the fatigueness go away. Compared to when you're sleeping and being in one place, that would make it more, yeah,
More effective, yeah.
yeah, okay, okay. And so you said it's more almost of a constant thing in certain situations. Do you have, so you said that you experience some type of numbness, and we clarified the stiffness already. And where do you experience this numbness?
Mostly my feet.
Mostly your feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rarely my hands, I would say.
And your hands sometimes.
Yeah, rarely.
Rarely. Okay. And what would you say, like, does this always happen, like constantly happen to you? Like, in what cases do you feel numbness?
I get the feeling whenever I'm, sleeping or sitting in a bad posture. Maybe there's like a cutoff from the blood flow, and then I can't feel it anymore. Hopefully that helps answer.
So you said that when you're sitting in a certain position that blocks blood flow, that's when you feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not something where you're just sitting down normally, like normal day activities, it would affect you.
Depends on how I'm sitting.
Depends on how you're sitting.
Yeah.
Okay, and can you describe how do you sit?
I can show. I mean, this is more of like a relaxed position, but if I'm doing something weird, like putting on this side, and then I just sit like this, I'm sleeping in my chair. This is a bit like, I'm comfortable like this, but if I put my leg in between my chair and just leave my left arm like this, and then it cuts off the blood flow, I suppose. Something like that,
Okay.
Weird postures like that I just use for long amounts of time whenever I'm working, and I don't really pay attention to my posture too much.
Okay. So you cross your legs and stretch out your left arm while sitting on the chair.
Yeah, again, just weird postures that I find comfortable.
Yeah, it's just a posture that is just a body position that you feel comfortable with, and people sit in, like, everyone sits in a way that makes them feel comfortable. So I see that you experience numbness in that position mostly, or do you experience, like, what other position do you feel numbness?
I don't pay attention to the specific postures, but I'm sure there's a few. Okay, so one other posture that I can show, I suppose, is just sometimes I put my left hand, and then to warm it up, I just put it on my thigh, and after it stays there for a long time, it cuts off the blood flow as well. Maybe.
Okay. Would you say that this has a connection to your complaint?
My main complaint, definitely not.
Okay.
Again, it's just, I suppose, a symptom of my real complaint.
Okay. Have you noticed any changes in your posture, strength, or balance?
I don't think so. Like, I've been sitting this way the whole time.
So fatigue, tiredness, numbness in certain positions. How have you been coping with this? Like you said, you've been feeling this fatigueness for quite a while, for a week now. And what have you been doing to, make that fatigueness go away?
I don't think I've been doing too much. I would say besides just going outside a couple of times for either work or with my friends, which would obviously make that fatigue go away temporarily. Maybe I would say I would have said maybe like drinking or eating certain foods like coffee or tea would make me be more awake, but that doesn't necessarily fix the fatigue. It just doesn't let me go to sleep. And I haven't been doing too many activities that would be directly related to me getting rid of this fatigue. Because the reason why is because I would like to continue doing this sedentary lifestyle, because that's just the way that I work and what I do in my spare time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you said you would like to continue this sedentary lifestyle because this is how you work.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, so I'd like to delve more deep into that. So your work requires you to be sedentary. Like what would you say your work requires you to do exactly on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I did say I was a university student, specifically in ICT and business, and well, that requires making a lot of data reports, dashboards, writing up documents, communicating with stakeholders as well. That's during meetings and everyone's sitting down during that, and all of those products and deliverables that I make, those are on the computer, on the laptop. None of that requires going around and jumping or anything. Not any physical activities besides just the desktop. Using the keyboard and mouse to make it, and that's it. That's why these office jobs are very naturally very sedentary lifestyles.
So I see a lot of sedentary lifestyle involved into different activities that you do for work.
Yeah, and that also applies to my hobbies as well. Editing videos, writing scripts, doing research that also involves everything on the laptop, and yeah.
So your hobbies involve video editing and
I say writing. That's my other thing.
Writing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, just a little footnote. I'd say the only thing that makes me want to go around is that for writing you need a lot of world experience, I would say, and that involves going outside and being with friends and making sure that I experience a lot of things so that I get to write. Sometimes that involves I don't know, going on a plane and going to Hawaii or something, but it also might involve me watching a show or playing a board game, which is also indoors activities.
Okay. So you said that I'm feeling that you get a lot of inspiration from going outside and being active to get material for your work,
That's a possibility.
for your hobby.
Depends. It depends on what I'm going to write.
Depends on what you're going to write.
Yeah.
Okay. And how does that make you feel when you're being active? You're trying to get some material for. How does it make you feel when you're being in that setting?
Of course, I don't feel the fatigue at all first, and also I'm doing something that I'm passionate about, so I don't really care about how my body is doing at that exact moment, if that makes sense. I'm just more focused on I need materials for my writing, and when I'm doing that, I feel passionate and happy that I'm creating something, I suppose.
Okay, so more passionate, more happy.
Yeah.
I can see that you have a drive to complete the work. You're very passionate about your work.
A lot of motivation.
Yeah, I can see that. I can understand that. So, knowing that, and you've been experiencing this fatigueness for a bit, is there anyone or any way you receive some social support from this, from maybe your family, your friends, your colleagues at school? Who helps you supports you through this complaint?
Okay, I haven't really. Yeah, I would say first of all you. So thank you. The second thing is I didn't tell. I'm not too open about this problem to my family or my friends. It's not a very major problem, I don't think. The only thing that affects me right now is just the anxiety, and that's it.
Only thing that affects you is the anxiety. So your parents doesn't know, your friends doesn't know, and if only you've only told me this. And I'm the only one that it's aware of that. And
Yeah.
since they don't know and they're not aware of your complaint, how does that make you feel? Going forward, that you don't have no support from them for that.
Since I would say it's basically just a minor problem, at least for now, like it doesn't make me feel too bad. If it's a very major problem that I'm dealing with every day, then I would like to tell them about it. But for now, I don't feel too strongly about it. I'm fine if they don't know about this problem.
You're fine. Okay.
Yeah.
You feel fine that they don't know about the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing, again, the anxiety. Maybe later on they would know what my lifestyle was like early on this stage, and then when I'm older, they would notice the symptoms if I do get them, not being able to move my body properly, and they would know, oh, you should have been exercising this whole time or something like that. But that's it, just a bit more anxiety. That's it.
Okay, so you think that, correct me if I'm wrong, you think that they'll see the effects of your complaint more later on, and then they would offer more support when they've seen the actual result of it, of the complaint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe more proof, I suppose.
And you say it's fine that they don't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And to have a more proper picture of how your environment affects you, how is your living conditions? Where do you live? And how is the living situation with you? And how do you think your environment affects your complaint?
I would say it's very accommodating because like one of my core tenets in life is to live as comfortably as possible, and my room is probably one of the most comfortable places that I try to make in my life. So that's why I'm able to sleep and sit there for an entire day and don't feel too bad or discomforted by it. Yeah, I mean, my bed is soft, I have a comfortable chair, and there's also a TV, which lets me use it to consume media, I suppose. It's very nice.
Mhm.
It's obviously a good, I would say it's a good room for me to hang out in, but it would make the desire to stay in that room and be more inactive worse, I suppose.
So from what I'm getting from you, you're stating that you like a very comfortable place,
Mm-hmm.
and you say due to that comfortability, so TV in the room,
Yeah.
you have a comfortable bed, comfortable seating,
Sure.
it adds to the complaint.
It makes the problem, it definitely doesn't help the problem, it technically makes it worse, yeah.
And why would you say it makes it worse in your perspective?
Yeah, because the environment would, I suppose the word is motivate me to be more comfortable and be more inactive, which could also sort of indirectly feed the anxiety that later on, if I stay inactive, the risks and complications would bite me in the future.
I see. So you see that the environment has an effect upon the whole complaint in general. Okay, I see that. I see. And sometimes, I would say that the direction that we're going, we're become more aware of how our environment affects us in our complaint, and being knowledgeable about that can actually offer us more solutions to the step in the future. So it's good to understand that going further. Do you have any other activities that you do other than video editing, which is your hobby? Do you have any other activities that you do outside of your hobbies and work?
I'm not gonna say it, so no, I think that's the only two things that are relevant.
That's two things that are right. Okay. So you don't running, biking, swimming, none of those?
Biking for commute, yeah.
Or biking for commute?
Yes.
Okay, and how often do you bike?
Recently, not too much. I usually take the train for commute. But before, I used to use the bike, yeah, like 4 times a week to go to campus and back.
From
That was a
before.
while ago, yeah.
So from before. And how long was this? How long?
For how long that I've been using my bike?
No, how long?
Oh, how long
before?
ago?
Yeah, how long ago? Yeah.
Say 6 months.
6 months ago, and now, how is it now?
I use the train, so I don't use the bike too often anymore.
So
Just obviously, I use the bike to go to Central every so often, but that's definitely probably like once a month.
once a month.
Mm.
Okay. So is the train like close by, or
It's a 10-minute walk away.
10-minute walk away? Okay. And how often do you walk there? Or
3 times a week.
3 times a week? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So I see you're walking to the station, and you say it's about a 10-minute walk,
Yeah.
and you say you only do that 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say that the complaint allows you to climb upstairs comfortably? Would you-
I'd say no one really likes going upstairs, but yeah, I think I can go up fine, other than slight discomfort. And like, obviously, once I'm up all those stairs, I get slightly tired. That's it.
And you say you used to do the biking as well, and now you only walk. And when you're taking those walks, how does the complaint affect you there?
Oh, yeah, I suppose for a while the fatigue is kind of there while I'm still walking, because that's not too strenuous of an activity. But yeah, if I still have to just walk because I need to go there for commute or for work, then it doesn't affect me too strongly, I suppose.
It doesn't affect you too strong.
No, yeah.
How would you say that your complaint is affecting you at work or school?
Again, my work is mostly just a desk job, so I would say not too strongly either. I can work with the fatigue. It's fine.
You can work with it, it's fine. And what about your hobbies?
Yeah. I don't think it would affect me too much, unless maybe sometimes after I've been working, or not really working, say video editing for a very long time, like maybe 8 hours in one session, I'd obviously naturally get exhausted and tired after that amount of time. I think usually whenever I'm doing my hobbies, I'm very invested into it, and I don't really think about being tired or fatigued or my own well-being, I suppose, during that time, and I'm creating something, so I don't think it would affect me too much either.
Alright, so I'm hearing a lot of that it don't affect you in those areas.
Yeah.
So, knowing this now, how does your daily life look like? How's your daily life? What does a day or a week look like for you?
Okay. I'd say when I have an active week, whenever I have to go to campus, I'd wake up at like 8 or something, and then I have to go to the train, and then I stay at the office for quite a while. When I'm at the office, I am usually sitting down with my group mates, but every so often we have an event, a workshop to go to, or have a meeting with a stakeholder, but that's also usually just talking to someone or seeing a presentation while sitting down, so that's not too much activity. And then just going back using the train as well. When it's not work, I would say I usually create a to-do list in the morning or the day before, make sure I cross all of them, and usually it includes consuming some time of media, watching a TV show or playing a game while sitting down. If I have any projects that I'm doing at the time, I'll spend usually the whole day doing it. So if I have a video to edit, I'll sit down on my laptop, or I have to write a script. That's also all sitting down. Sometimes in the middle of the day, I do get up and have to cook something, or maybe I go grocery shopping as well. And yeah, after I'm done with the project, I think maybe at night I'd usually settle down a bit more and spend more time, yeah, sleeping and lazing about, watching something, and then the day's over. So,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So quite a lot of schedule where you are active very, very, I see, in when you have to go to school, have to commute a lot, and then come back, and you create to-do lists, and
Yeah.
then you have documentation or work from school or video editing that you gotta do, you cook, and then after you just relax after.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
I'd say in the morning, that's when I'm mostly active and thinking about lunch and making something, or have to buy something and go outside. Just the morning, and then in the evening I stay in my room. Yeah.
In the evening, you stay in your room.
Yeah. And
Okay,
relax.
okay. How would you say your complaint affects you in your daily living?
Well, I suppose it kind of helps weirdly. I mean, if you're talking about the fatigue, I have an indoors kind of lifestyle. It would motivate me to stay indoors and do all those indoors activity, because this fatigue wouldn't let me, feel like going outside and doing more physical activities, I suppose. But again, it would, since I know at the back of my head that maybe if I continue this lifestyle, it would cause some complications down the line in the future.
Mm. So I'm hearing that it don't affect you that much.
Right now, no.
It don't affect you that much, but the anxiety is still there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see that you feel anxiety, you feel fatigueness, and you feel some sort of uncertainty on how these things could progress on later on if you continue what you're doing. Okay, so if you know that, like, do you see your situation getting better, like, if you were to continue how you're living now?
I don't think so. I think I'm headed down straight toward gaining those symptoms down the line, because I'm not making any changes in my lifestyle and don't plan to. So it's probably gonna get worse.
So you see that it could get worse, and you also feel like you don't plan to do that. You don't plan to change the way that you're living now.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you were to see yourself, like, do you see yourself, like, if you were to be able to change, what do you think would change in terms of how it would impact you if you were to change your lifestyle to prevent those risks from happening?
Yeah. I mean, like you said it, hopefully if I'm more active, I would, in my much older, I wouldn't have so many problems with my body, I suppose. I'd probably have a healthier heart, and I'd probably be able to move around much more. So kind of in the long game of my life, I'd be able to be more active. Yeah.
Okay, and what do you see yourself doing to prevent the anxiety from popping up?
I'd probably say exercising at this moment in time, and if not, straight up exercising, somehow incorporate more activities in my daily life. Maybe instead of sitting down, I'd get a standing desk, so that, yeah, I'd be standing up instead. Or every hour or something like that, I get up and walk around and do some light exercises.
Okay. And what do you think that would change for you if you were to do it? Like, what do you see it changing in your life
that anxiety because I know I'd be exercising to prevent those risks in the future.
So you remove the anxiety. Do you like have anything that you like to do that motivates you to be stay in movement, or whenever you go outside, like do you have anything that like what do you think motivates you to be in movement?
I mean, I would like to say nothing because my life right now is very comfortable, but maybe whatever those activities would be doing to remove the fatigue, if they are fun activities that I want to do, that would motivate me into doing them. Maybe fun is a bit hard to define. I suppose having someone else to monitor what I'm doing, and also if I was going to be doing the activities with that person, with people that I find being fun to have around, that would also motivate me to do those activities.
So having people around you doing those the same activities, and sometimes checking up on you to do those activities. And I also remember that you also have sometimes you need inspiration for your video material, your video editing. Sometimes, what would you say you would be open to integrate, like inspiration from outside, or like movement from outside, for your video editing or for your work? Because I see that you hold your work in a high regard. And you would, that motivates you for going. So what do you think you can do to integrate your work and movement for yourself?
I think I suppose it would depend on what exact project that I would be doing, and if that requires me to go outside. Something as an example recently, although this might not be a good example because it's not exactly like a physical activity, is I wanted to find a war simulation game, a board game specifically, so that during my story I would be able to write about the tactics and strategies during a war. Although the reason why I say that's not a good example is because it's still like a board game. Although that would still motivate me to go outside and be with my friends. Maybe if I write the story about going to the gym, that would let me go to the gym or something.
Go to the gym. Wow, I see.
Just an example.
I see. So you're thinking of different ideas to see. I understand that you're brainstorming that right now. Okay, I see that. So knowing that, so moving forward, what do you think you can start doing to add more movement into your daily schedule? What do you think you can do? Or what would you be more open to within the realm of comfortableness for yourself?
Maybe two things I can think of. First of all, probably just incorporating light exercise into my schedule. Spend, I don't know, 20, 30-ish minutes maybe out of my day doing some exercises. That would probably ease the anxiety to make if hopefully that's enough exercise to be able to not get those risks or problems with my body when I'm older. And the other thing, I suppose, write a story about going to the gym, and that would probably let me go to the gym.
Writing a story and doing some light exercise here and there. Which part of your schedule you would think you would be open to integrate those light exercises?
Wait, repeat that question?
What part of your schedule, so you have a daily schedule, and you have also a daily task that you normally do night before on the day, where would you like to put in those light exercise for yourself?
I think probably the first thing that I do in the morning, just to get it out of the way, and then I can focus on anything else that I want to do.
Okay.
During the rest of the day, yeah.
So you like to do it the first thing in the morning, and why in the morning?
That's probably when I'm more willing to be active. During the day and during the night, that's always time that I want to on myself, I suppose.
Okay, so mostly in the morning you feel more motivated to move than compared to the night.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, I think I'm gonna just provide you with a small summary, just in case I forget anything, just so we have a clear picture of what we're working with. And so your name is Nafi Rahman.
Yeah.
Nafi
Middle name
Rahman.
Ahmad, yeah.
You're 21 years old. You're a student studying ICT and business. You have hobbies such as like doing video editing, writing stories, and also you work a lot, doing a lot of work sitting down in school and also at home.
Yeah.
And you enjoy video editing in like the comfortable space that you have with your chair, with your bed, etc. You have certain postures that you sit in that makes you feel numbness sometimes because of lack of blood flow, and you have you think you have a chronic or you know long-lasting condition where you have fatigueness on a scale of 3, 2 to 3 right there, and you say that it's been happening for a while, and you've noticed it a week ago. Yeah. And you wanted to come because they have this anxiety that your lifestyle can have an effect on you upon the future, and you're aware of the consequences of what can happen, and you want to prevent that from occurring. You have I'm the first one to be aware of your complaint, so you have right now no other social support that gives you some insight or help with this situation, and you feel fine about it. You feel fine. You are active in certain areas, such as like when you gotta go for work or for school, and when you have to go get inspiration from outside and having fun with friends outside. You enjoy those things, and you are open to being or moving around in that area. You do have this duality where when you're outside, you feel more motivated to move around, and compared to inside, where it's like due to the environment, you would say motivates you to have your complaint.
To not move around,
Yeah. You do plan for your schedule, and you are open to integrating light exercises within the morning parts of your day. That's when you're more motivated to move around compared to the night or the afternoon. And you do cycle. You do from before 6 months ago.
I used to, yeah.
Yeah, and you take a 10-minute walk to the train station, and your complaint does not affect you now. It's just that looming anxiety, that is what is affecting you right now, and you would like for that to go away. And you would like, so if to be clear, if moving on, you would like some advice, and if I get this correctly, some help on how to add more movement within your lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm willing to change my schedule slightly to be able to ease this anxiety.
To be able to ease this anxiety, okay. And you said light exercises, okay. So is that, am I missing anything? Would you like to add on anything before we leave?
Yeah, I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head. I would like some advice on how to solve my complaint. That's it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So we're going to be scheduling another appointment where you get to assess your physical condition, and also to be able to provide you with advice and help with this, and also incorporating light exercise within the schedule. So we'll see you the next time. Thank you so much for coming.
You too.